Hello and welcome to yet another Teamwork Tuesday with me, Bouldish McGammer, and...
Me, ZaerAndSunshine. And
Me, MillsGuy.
And today
and
we're
I
going
really fucked it up today.
to... a little bit. A little bit, but you know what? Like, it's fine. It's fine. So, today we're gonna play Power Wash. I've not done this on stream before, I've not done this on my channel before, but I've had this game for a good long time. So, today we're going to clean a free map that came out around Halloween. I'm going to restart... Is this on free play? I don't think this is on free play. Hold on, I don't think I'm on co-op. Okay.
Oh.
Rear.
Use that co-op after you load into the map.
Yes. Okay, there we go. I play this game a lot. Not that, like, anytime something new and free comes out, I do it. Restart job. Okay. Make it dirty again. Game gives you controls anytime it loads. Game doesn't really have a lot in the way of music. That's okay. It's a simulator game. As far as I'm aware, most simulator games don't really have a lot of music.
No, they do not. Unless they're The Sims.
Okay. How many people are allowed to join this co-op?
Co-op
on
usually
Friends?
should be like... Huh?
Is my thing enabled? I reset my computer. Of course it's not. Enable.
There we go. Join
Okay.
game.
There.
It's a bonus map, so I don't know. I hope
Free
someone
play
else
like
complete this.
typically doesn't care.
It might.
Oh,
It locked.
it's not a free LC.
Okay. I think what
It's
happened
not
is
anymore?
I think what happened is I didn't finish the map. You know, we'll do a different map. We'll do Midgar. What a great intro, huh? What a great intro. Yeah, we'll go clean. We'll do the ones that people like. We'll do where's the bikes? There it is. Do the bike. Come on. Okay.
I left so you could load
Thank
it
you.
faster.
Menu. Okay, now that I'm on the menu, free play, bike, go. This game sure is a pile of menus.
That's okay.
So how's your guys' week's been?
Scheduling appointments after appointments.
Yeah, that tracks. I've been having a little bit of that too.
I have many appointments next week. Tuesday, then Thursday, then Friday.
Oh, there's Elahi. Hi, Middle Sheep. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a great week. How about you, Zara?
Safe
How's
to
your week
join.
been? That should be.
My
Okay.
week has been good so far.
Of course, there shoots me immediately. And there's Mills. And Mills shoots me immediately. Delightful. Good. So, right now you're just thinking like, oh, it's a game where you shoot water at things. Oh, that's, like, whatever. But no, here's the magic of this game. Oh. Jade just subscribed. Thank you very much for that subscription, Jade. I really appreciate the support that you continue to show to the channel. So, here's the magic of this game. Does it make sense yet? Things are made of cleanable hitboxes. And you get wonderful set. Oh, that's another subscription. Hi there, Middle Sheep. Oh boy, we have the 2 subscription hype train happening right now.
We already have a
ever.
hype train for 2?
Yeah, I don't have very many people subscribing on my channel, Mills, so I get a hype train for 2.
Oh, wow.
I know. Bigger channels that have like 1,000 subscribers, they need to get somewhere in the neighborhood of like 30 people doing a like back-to-back subscription. No. For me, it's 2. So, I think this is like 2 months running. As soon as people's subscriptions are free, congratulations, we get a hype train. Well done, everybody. Woo! Or actually, it's a train, so I guess it's more of a woo-woo!
There we go.
So yeah, we're cleaning a bike. We're all making it wet. Yeah!
There's
Good job,
the stuff.
everybody. uh,
I'm trying to find spots.
this
I
game has
forget the
everything you
button.
need. Targets to shoot, infinite ammunition, high-powered streams of destruction for cleaning off grime and dirt, a button that lets you find all your targets that you need to hit,
Speaking of which, I forgot that button. It's been a while.
Tab.
tab.
Tab?
The ability to go pro in
there
a
it
game
is.
where you have bullets or a gun. The ability to free aim your gun independent of your camera's motion so you don't make all your viewers sick. Yeah, if I didn't use that button, then the way that you'd see me cleaning would be something like... No, we're not doing that. Did that for demonstration purposes only. The game does have limited customizations. The character models are androgynous. Like you're sure you're in a suit, a jump
You're
suit.
sure in a suit, yep.
Yeah, like. So nobody gets really offended at that.
If
I
they
know
can
it's-
manage not to, like, make me feel weird, they're doing well.
Yeah. And it just tickles all the right parts of your brain to make you go, yes, this is a satisfying game. I am happy that I paid whatever sale price this was. This can be a great way for you to spend multiple hours just talking about random nonsense with your favorite people. Hi, Syndicate Master. Welcome to the stream. I think the hype train ended. It said setting a new
They don't
record.
tend to
I'm like,
last long.
setting a new record for 2 people hype train. So that can still continues to be matching my record for me. 2 more minutes left on it. Wow. Wow.
I'm pushing tab and just, like, I
Trying
don't
to
see
find
anything
where.
else.
Alright, well, let's check the escape menu then. Is there anything left on the hurdy? Bike says clean, 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 clean. Yeah, everything on the bike is clean. Everything else is on the hauler. I think. Right rear wheel guard.
Rear
I'll find
wheel
it.
guard is not done.
Okay, so... You got it.
Now it is.
Woo!
Excellent.
done,
Well
Mills.
done.
Perfect.
I
Or
made a
maybe
cat.
this was there. No,
I
this
made
is
a
Mills.
cat.
Perfect. This is another thing that's really good about this game. Sometimes you go over and start cleaning an area, you see a friend of yours has already made their mark. You guys are great. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for being here. The original plan for today was that we were going to continue Palace of the Dead. But Zaer forgot that bit.
Unfortunately, somebody, don't know what kind of dumb bitch does this, didn't update her game.
Yeah, there was a big
It
update
was
before
me, I'm
in
the
the
dumb
last 2 weeks.
bitch.
I just started spraying.
This truck is a little bit deceiving in how hard it is to clean. We're going through this game
Yeah.
on story mode, which you can only have 2 people when you're doing story mode, so like that's a thing. You'll get texts from your client for this game, which will tell you a little bit of story and lore about what you're doing and why you're cleaning this. Jade says, "Do you want me to ping you when the Discord server, whenever there's an update there?"
Sure.
For 14, I'm guessing.
I'm guessing for
Last
14.
I checked, Jade unfortunately had a nosebleed.
Ah, I see. Ah. That's very unfortunate. I'm glad you got an update on what happened. I can't really look at that right now.
That's okay, that's why you've got co-pilots.
Yeah. So as you can see, this truck's a little bit of a pain in the rear because it has quite a bit of grundle to get up into. I cannot go any
There's
more
truly
than I
no
am.
word for the things we do in this game than cleaning the grundle. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, chat. You're gonna have to get accustomed to this.
There's so much grundle to clean on this car. What have you done in here? Boo. I see. uh,
I'm trying to get into the, yeah, it's the Grundle, alright.
yep. Yep, you're getting up
It's
in there.
always the grundle.
It's always, like, unless that's the first place you clean, that's always a place where there's 2% dirt missing. Somewhere.
Somewhere, somehow.
Away from the rainbow. Dirt looms nigh. We're only on floor like 51 in Palace of the Dead anyway. We were gonna get to the good stuff, the scary stuff. But still one of those things, like, we need to set aside time to be able to do it.
Right.
So, next time, we will be doing things. I will have the game updated.
We'll head back to Mech Warrior next week, probably.
No,
You
we
know,
do
how about
not
this?
want to, like, not get further off the schedule.
How about this? If the game is updated, and if Mills is awake, that's the other contingency for doing Palace of the Dead.
I do have sleepy bitch syndrome lately.
I imagine that's a seasonal depression kicking in.
No.
No?
No, it is not. It is,
Medicaciones!
yes, it is.
The pills are here. I see.
Yep.
I understand you, Mills.
Yeah, medications are either you're gonna be sleepy or you're gonna be hungry. Or not hungry. Or feel like you're gonna throw up. But they help with other things, apparently.
It's like,
Game
hi,
hand
we see your
lesbian
problem.
pancake
We have
team.
37 potential solutions. But we need to find the right combination of solutions for you. So try this until it doesn't work, and then we'll try something else.
Yeah.
Behold, you are our guinea pig. Welcome to the system.
That caused some depression.
I'm sorry. But medical science is an ongoing field of study, and everybody's different, so they need to find new blends of medicine basically monthly.
It never ends. It never ends. It never ends.
I've actually had 3 months of the same thing so far, but I do need to tell them, hey,
That's
I
a
need
good
a
sign.
little extra. I'm almost there. I just need a little extra something.
Yeah. And your mental health and well-being is important to us because we are your friends. When you're happy, we're happy.
There we go. What has been missed?
It's like,
Let me see. We've got exhausts, door hinges, door handles,
okay, now we only got 3 things left.
brake lights.
Brake lights. How do we...
That
Some
brake
microscopic
lights.
specs.
cab panel.
Cab panel.
Door handles are easy to figure out.
Okay, cab panel.
That's the door handle. The flying fuck is a cab panel.
Yeah, I have the slightest.
Anybody in chat know car parts?
Yeah, I don't know cars either. I'm
Alright, it's also
sorry.
a fictional car. Like, a car like this is terrible. It's a tricycle of a truck. You buy a truck to have handling. This is a tricycle. It has no handling.
Even worse, it's a reverse tricycle.
Ugh. In comparison, they have more tires on this silly bike back here than they have inside that thing. No, it's just as many tires. It's just as many tires on the bike that is on the truck. Like, this is the economy grade truck. Metal Cheap says, my daughter gets seasonal nosebleeds when it gets cold. It's like murder happening in her bed. Ugh.
Ugh.
I had an
Yeah,
issue
it's
with.
not pretty when it happens.
I had the other kind of nosebleed at work recently. And as you know, I do work where I'm dealing with food. So, I just got off my break. I was about to walk back in. I started to get my rubber gloves on. I started to get everything good to go. Suddenly, my nose cracked because of the cold weather.
There we go.
One of you
found
got
it.
it. Good job. All right, now let's
All right,
see
you
that.
ready to see the fast forward?
Here we go. Let's show that footage. Yeah. We all swarmed to the bike, and then we all swarmed to the truck. Beautiful. All right, next job.
Was my cat there in view? Yes, it was. Then it was gone.
Let's go to. What do you mean I can only choose these? Free play. Shall we do a mecha?
Yeah. I can't wait
Sure.
to lose our minds on the mecha.
Scorpion or Buster? The first boss of the game, or like the, I don't know, fifth?
In order.
Scorpion. So yeah, I get this crack on my nose, and my nose just starts dripping blood, and I'm just like, well, sorry,
No.
sir, I cannot return to my position. I'm currently bleeding. Don't worry, it will get fixed. No, sir, I just need a couple of extra minutes on my break. Yes, sir, I'm going to stay right here. Yes, sir, I would very much like a Band-Aid, please. Thank you. Yes, I do need an additional pair of rubber gloves. Thank you very much, sir. I don't know, about 10 more minutes of pressure. Like, the person who was relieving me at my spot, they weren't too happy about it, but, like, you know, stuff happens. No blood was ever in the same room as food that was about to be packaged. We have standards. Bellsheep says, I work in a foundry with lots of industrial equipment, so we just get lots of regular pleas from people being careless. Yeah, that tracks. There's been... I would be lying to say that there's not been a handful of things where, like, somebody went to repair the wrapping machine, and something happened, and they needed to immediately leave to go to a hospital. It's not a regular occurrence. Like, it's not even once a year that that happens. But
Ooh,
I
I
would
got
be
a
lying
lag
to say
spike.
that hasn't happened. Yeah, welcome to Confounded Scorpion Mech. Because this thing animates, and because it has a trellis in the back, I think that there's going to be some connectivity issues on this map. Why am I cleaning the legs? You guys got the legs. I clean the legs every single time I do this robot. I'm gonna clean off the head.
Okay, I'll be the only one down here.
I clean off those legs every time I'm on this map. I don't know. That's just how I clean, though. I start at the bottom and work my way up. Even though in real life you should start at the top and work your way down, because all the mess that you create trickles down over the bottom again. Because then you just have to do like triple work cleaning the bottom.
Thanks for phrasing that way, Metal Sheep. That was distressing.
What did they do say?
We had a guy. We just had a guy introduce his hands to a disc grinder. Definitely a hospital visit. Yeah, fucking sounds like it.
Jade says,
I need to
think
recover
got it
from
under control. Would I still be able to join? Of course.
Absolutely. You were meant to be here from the beginning. Circumstances conspired against us. I consider you a part of the Teamwork Tuesday crew. And Both has gone on the record and say we wouldn't be doing this if I hadn't asked. Hey!
Hey, there's Jade.
Obviously, this is still Bolt's channel, but...
Hey! Honestly, you're in half my streams. That said, I do have plenty of recorded content going up almost every single day now. Like, I had to miss the Friday.
I'm in exactly a fifth of your streams. Where did you learn to do math?
Right now I'm only doing 2 streams a week.
Wait, you are?
Yeah. What do you think all the other stuff is? That's all pre-record.
Oh. Well, never mind. I guess I am in half your streams.
I can do
I'm
that.
Boo Boo the Fool now.
Sometimes. Sometimes. Oh, right. Are you also still eating the, I think you also had lasagna right before stream, so, like, is that underway?
I finished.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Hi! Good to hear from you. Let's see, what
Cleaning
other
the
exciting
tail
things
is
happened this
such
week?
a pain in the butt.
Well, the tail is the butt, so... It's also a scorpion tail, which is meant to inflict pain, so it's pain from the butt?
Butt pain.
Yes, I was cleaning the islands. I
job.
got the head.
You got a part of the head. I'm trying to get the head. The head's turning, sometimes. I'm also having a tail poke at me. It's the butt pain. What else happened this week that I should probably talk about? Oh, right! The Friday stream that didn't happen. Alright, so... Here's the situation on that. When I tried to activate my own recording software for that, in addition to playing Roll20, nothing worked. Absolutely nothing. So I sacrificed OBS. I just participated. I was unable to record anything myself. I figured, oh, okay, I'll just go to the VOD later. I'll capture audio. I'll be able to upload that as a form of podcast. The DM setup for that, also had problems. They had their setup set up for something else, and so the only audio that was recorded on the VOD was their audio. No other voice audio was recorded. So the entire VOD is
Wow,
just...
that was cursed.
Yeah. Like, it is technical difficulties for to Friday. So, while I did play that, and while there is plans to do it again, eventually, when we align our schedules, the initial VOD is knackered. I cannot, unfortunately, give you guys the joys that was Brusk Gunderson. I'm sorry, Brusk Gunderdun. Gunderson's a different Pathfinder character. Please look forward to meeting them. Sheep says, I streamed Roll20 a long time ago when your friends used to did Curse the Crimson Throat.
Sorry, I fell.
When you did Curse the Crimson Throne for Pathfinder, you think it had to like do a whole monitor capture to get to work? Ah. Yeah, like not just the video, but also the audio and everything from it. Yeah. Roll20 is not my favorite virtual tabletop. Granted, I've only used like 3, so there's a
We
reason I
prefer
like
map
Only
tools
used
in our
one.
social circle.
Yeah,
I mean,
map tools.
it's free, it's bare bones, it's exactly as good as you make it, and it looks like something from 1995. We love it.
This hole was made for us.
Like, realistically, everybody just wants a system that gets the characters on the map, moving around freely and fluidly, theoretically is able to pull information from your character sheet and just roll the dice for you when you want it. Map tools won't do that for you unless you make it do that for you. Haven't used any others. It was during COVID. Your DM didn't want to play it in person, so he just kind of made it work until it was going to be playing in person again. Fair enough. Yeah, nobody wanted to see anybody else. Like, if you saw another living person in COVID, they probably lived in the same household as you.
Yep. Or
Yep.
Or you worked at a grocery store. Very unfortunate.
Or-
That's good.
or you went to the grocery store
Yeah.
in like with gloves, hand sanitizer, a
Yeah.
mask.
These will be the stories that are passed on to the children. Oh yes, the times of COVID were tough. Everyone was sick. No one was safe. Everybody took permanent constitution damage. Nobody made their fortitude safe.
Jeez.
Those were the times, though.
Right now, we all live the times, but like years from now, when somebody finds this mod in like I don't know, 10 more years, they're like, what's a COVID?
I
Well, you
really hope it takes longer than 10 years for people to forget what we've been going through.
No, I mean like a younger generation will grow in about 10 years that will have never experienced COVID in their like sentient conscious lifetime.
Oh, that's
Ah.
screwy to consider.
I have cleaned all the
You're
wheels.
correct, though.
Well done.
I got distracted by wheel.
I had COVID like twice. For you, at least
Me
seems to
too.
make it mildly ill for like 2 days and you were over it. I caught COVID once, and I was out of work for a week. All my other coworkers also caught COVID. I caught it from them. We all worked around it. We all got through it. We all like got our dose of it.
And
That was the worst that work had ever been. We had done it with a bare minimum skilled crew of 4 people. It was a travesty. But we got the candy done. Mills, you got all those wheels. Good job.
yeah,
Well done.
it's just like little detail things that I'm good at apparently.
I didn't even
And
know
I
the
just
spider
I
back
saw the
had.
hand.
Of course it needs to have wheels in case you break the legs because it's a Monster Hunter monster.
guess what?
Da-da-da-da.
It also has 3 wheels.
Shinra!
Shinra just likes 3 wheels.
Okay, screw it. Screw it.
I'm trying to remember
Hell
what
with it.
lets you change your E. That was it.
I think this thing doesn't want me to join.
Is
So
it
you're here.
loading dirt?
Yeah, it is. It timed me out already once
Okay.
before.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop cleaning for like 5 seconds.
Okay.
I do like this facility though.
Thought you said you were gonna stop cleaning for 5 seconds.
I did.
Huh. I go over here and it's
Oh
suddenly
yeah,
all
we're lagging
clean.
the hell out.
Whoa, whoa. I'm just watching the dirt change. Suddenly this got a lot cleaner.
Yeah, everybody gets all the particles.
What have I
to
been
accelerate.
cleaning? What have I been cleaning?
No dice, Jade.
No, it still says downloading dirt.
Uh,
I mean, there's a lot of dirt on this thing.
there's a lot of robot. I think I might need the sniper barrel for this one.
You do. You absolutely do.
I'm gonna see if there's any interesting things over here, so I'm just gonna stop for a minute. Just to take a look around at the map.
I did have something from last week that asked me like what all my like total tabletop gaming experience was. But you know what? You guys are here. What's your guys' tabletop gaming experience?
So, actually, yeah, Mills, you go first.
I do have experience with D&D in person. But that was maybe when I was a teenager. Or young adult teenager, maybe like 19, 20, 21. No, more like 19. I used to buy a lot of books in the hopes of finding people to play with. But there was never anything posted anywhere, so... And... Other than that, nothing really. Other than you guys.
Yeah. And we all play online because we live on the far corners of reality. Alright, that's good experience. Mostly, what edition? Was it primarily like 3rd, or did you never actually get to play it?
I think my favorite thing I actually did when I showed up a lot for was D20 Modern.
Oh yeah! That sure is a system. I played that like once. Like your class was your whatever your good stat was, yeah?
Yeah, kinda.
Timed out again.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Jade.
Okay, so we
Alright.
probably, and I shudder to say this, we want to restart the mech.
No, okay. How about we just skip the mech? The mech is like visibly clean. It's 91%.
It's 91%. The only thing that's not clean is this butt area over here.
Like there's a lot of visible dirt on it, but it still says 91%. But like,
Just climb this.
All right, Jade, I think we're gonna hunt down the last 10%. I'll let you know when the next map is going up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. How about you, Jade? What's your tabletop experience? Like just us?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Alright, that's doing fine. And how about you, Zaer?
So I have been playing different versions of tabletop games since I was in high school. I will say I was not a good tabletop player when I was in high school. My small circle of friends and I certainly were not playing a fair and balanced game of D&D, but we were playing D&D 5th edition.
5th edition. Okay.
Or not 5th. 5th, wow. D&D 3.5. Oh my goodness.
3 and a 5th edition. Got it.
That's 3.5 edition, but yes.
I think you also do a thing with your significant other fairly frequently that, like... Do they make board games or do they make tabletop games?
Okay. Let me. That you're jumping ahead in the story.
Okay, sorry.
So... There was a routine social event that I was a part of through an organization that
It sounds like a cult.
It was not. It was a very legitimate organization, and as a direct result of me having come out as trans, I avoid thinking and talking about too much.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, fair.
But there were outdoorsy activities.
Ah, okay.
You're following me?
Mm-hmm.
We have an understanding?
Yes.
And there was a D&D group within that.
I see.
And that was a little bit better structured, a little bit more fair. We were actually starting to be, like, mature people.
You know you can do this.
Yes. Show us those guns. Let's scrub like underneath the pits.
I was like, I think you probably need that moved.
And then I graduated high school and I went to college. And for a few solid years, I was not able to play any form of tabletop with anybody. D&D 4th edition came out, and many people don't like 4th edition, but I didn't even have people to play with to not like it. That was my D&D 4th experience. Is hearing a lot about D&D 4th edition and knowing people don't like it and recognizing there's probably some reason people don't like it. And I've never actually played a game of D&D 4th.
Battleship adds 3.5 is their favorite edition. It is many people's favorite edition. Oh, I'm
You
going
never
straight
forget
to-
your first. 3.5 was and is the game I know best.
Hmm.
And then I, for a variety of reasons, had to go to a different college. The biggest one was that this college I was attending just stopped offering my degree while I was still attending it. They've since been sued for that little incident.
Yeah, not naming names, but like, yeah, you know who you are.
Yeah, you sure fucking
Interesting.
do.
I didn't
So
know
I
that.
went to the University of Wisconsin Stout instead, and they offered my degree, and I graduated with them in just under 4 years. Because even transferring in, there was a lot of education to do. And while I was attending that school, my good friend Magic Facet started a D&D group and invited me to be the veteran member of the group. And our circle of friends had played D&D here and there, like as a social activity, for a little while as a result of us attending MagFest together. We had been playing on Saturdays, and then we kind of
Life happens.
lost the ability to coordinate for a while. And we didn't really have coherent campaigns anyway. So, for a while, things got very murky. But Magic Facet decided that he wanted to run a particular Pathfinder module called Carrion Crown.
You still haven't finished it to this day.
And I was the de facto experienced player who knew the game in that campaign. And boy, I know the game a lot better now than I did when we started. If you know Carrion Crown, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, I have been one of the regular DMs for our now much better organized Pathfinder group. I am currently running a campaign that is going pretty well. We're on our 5th session coming up.
Yeah. Metal Sheep adds, haven't gotten to play Carrion Crown yet. Well, it's a time.
You absolutely should. It's a good campaign. Like many Paizo campaign modules, be prepared for the overarching plot to be a little diffuse.
That's in the Grundle again. Sorry, I was looking at the thing.
We have not finished Carrion Crown at this time, as Voltage has mentioned, but it's really good, and the first book especially is absolutely just chef's kiss.
Which is a shame, because that's the one I skipped. I was invited to play the second book.
You came in at a rough time, my man.
Uh-huh. Let's see.
And of course, our other groups, our third DM for our group is Voltage himself.
Yeah.
He's not currently running a campaign for us because it's his off season, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm working in real life, which means I don't have a lot of time to be working on the other thing. Most of my free time is going to either like, oh goodness sake, I'm too tired, I'm just gonna become a vegetable in bed. Or, oh boy, I feel like playing a single player video game, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do some recording. So yeah, that's why I'm not DMing right now.
What I'm running currently is a custom Pokemon themed campaign. I would say don't sue me, Nintendo, but I'm not distributing anything, so you can't sue me.
It's kind of like saying,
I'm not
oh
breaking
boy,
any laws.
I'm playing a game that is vaguely revolving Pokemon, but nobody else knows about it except when I tell people about it. It's just like, yeah, it's just like, whatever.
I
That's it.
have admitted that I am playing a game with close friends behind closed doors. Fight me. Have fun paying for my legal fees.
I feel like it's the equivalent of, like, saying, like, I've made a game. It uses assets. Good luck discovering if they're yours.
Yeah. A little bit. I also happen to be an artist, so a lot of what actually shows up on the screen I made myself.
Which is delightful.
Just quick finger guns.
Some art is great.
Oh. So
Oh,
it might
thank
be
you.
something on the tail.
Probably is something on, like, the tippy tail.
There's some stuff in the wrist grundles too.
Yeah.
Do you want me to-
I don't know where the true scaffolding is.
Do you want me to
Yeah,
lower
no,
the
the
arms?
scaffolding is a ghost. I tried to pick it up when Jade was attempting to connect, and it became like the phantom scaffolding.
That's one wrist.
Okay, that wrist is clean.
That's another wrist.
The other wrist is clean.
We're getting it. Wow, the moon is bright.
Have you never looked directly at the moon at night? It's really quite
In
bright.
This game.
Not in this game, no. Running gags are fun. Battlesheep also adds, I've done Rise of the Rune Lords, Curse of the Crimson Throne, and Strange Hands.
It's funny because I've done none of those.
I mostly
The
do homebrew
modules we have
stuff.
been playing, in addition to Carrion Crown, are Skull and Shackles, which is fun, but we've never managed to keep a Skull and Shackles campaign going past the first book, so it's also a little cursed.
Oh, let's see.
And the other cursed campaign module we've done is Shattered Star, which has also never progressed all the way through the first book. And we are a decent way into the Iron Gods, which I adore.
We're nearly done with the fourth book, I think.
Yeah,
That makes
which
me
makes
sad.
us nearly done with Iron Gods.
I mean, there's 6 books, Mills. There's still 2 more whole books.
No, because once we're done with this book, I'll only have Pokemon to play. As a player.
What? I mean, I'm gonna start up Warcraft eventually.
Iron Gods
Yeah,
is wild and you should play it.
Iron Gods is wild. Yeah, it's... What? Okay.
And that's before your DM starts, like, adding stuff to make it better.
Oh boy, like, Magic Facet has done so much to improve that campaign. Namely, we have too many players. And Pathfinder as a whole is balanced around the idea that you're all playing as core races only, 15-point buy, and 4 people. So the fights are a little bit weak if you go in suddenly with 6 people using 20-point buy, and like all these advanced races.
Or even
So, yeah,
custom races in some...
Yeah, the DM has to spice things up.
Cannon barrel vents and the fan belts. There's
Well,
fan
Tail
belts?
Bellows is done. Fan belts.
This thing has a fan?
Oh yes, I mean it overheats, it's a machine. Barrel vent. Barrel vent.
Yeah.
We're going to keep saying these words next to each other until they make sense. I think those are the cannons over the hands. But we don't
Arm
have the
launcher?
ability to know which.
Yeah, there. Yeah,
Cannon?
it's... Yeah, okay. I saw
Okay.
it flicker.
Okay. Fan belts.
Fan belts.
Fan belt.
What fan?
I'm looking up here.
It's the last thing.
It's always the
It's
last
the last
thing.
thing, and on my UI, it counts for 25% of the robot.
What?
It counts for 1% of the robot on my end.
Same?
It should not say that, but it does.
Fan belt.
Fan
Okay.
belts.
Pathfinder has so much content now, it's hilariously busted. 1E, you should say. Yeah. Not a
Yeah,
lot
we
of
haven't
people...
played 2E yet.
I've made 2 characters on 2E, and it makes me unhappy.
Why does Pathfinder 2E make you unhappy?
Because one of my favorite races, Half-Elf, no longer technically exists.
It's a heritage, probably for human.
I
It's
see
a
where it is.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead,
You
Jade.
saw where the fan
I
belt
see it.
is?
Yes,
Yeah.
Underneath?
it's
You said
underneath.
underneath?
Those little things. Walk underneath.
We're all underneath looking up.
It's right there.
I see it. Yeah!
Yeah!
Thanks, Jade. Yeah! Yeah! Jade's MVP. Metal Sheet adds, RDM had to rework a ton for Rise of the Lunars and Ursula Crimson Throne. They were originally for 3.5 and not all meant to the bloat, not all meant for the bloat that Pathfinder has now. Yeah. Woo! Alright, let's take a look at this. Zara, is it done for you?
No,
Just shoot
but that's
water.
fine.
Just shoot water at random things. You'll get it done. Alright, let's see. It's all green and camo, and now it's all bright and shiny, and like it's fit to stand in the road as a cohesion of cones. Yeah, we even raised the arms at the end. Delightful.
Raised the arms at the end and went yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Okay, next up. 7th Heaven.
I will have to rejoin once you're in the new map, so let me know.
Okay. Yeah, Jade's gonna have to join too. Now, as for my experience on Tabletop, I said it
So
mostly
I'll
in the
just
comment.
stand here and wait for them to join.
Yes, because that way no dirt has been touched. Except for the one that's under our feet. But, like, technically our feet don't clean dirt somehow. As for my
Well,
tabletop
what's the last
experience,
time you cleaned up a mess by stepping in it?
I don't know, you leave a clean footprint, like, area behind. You can definitely tell where someone just tracked through dirt. You're spreading it, but the pressure of your foot is still technically moving the dirt.
Okay, I've joined.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in.
All
Now
right,
waiting for Zaire.
I guess.
Now, as for my tabletop experience, let's see. My very first tabletop game was D&D 3rd edition, not 3.5. 3rd. And one other kid was interested in running it. They tried, like, posting a couple things around school. Nobody else wanted to. I asked to go spend a night over at their house. We played D&D for, like, 6 hours. Them just bullshitting. Yeah, I very rarely, I don't, like, swear a lot on the channel. That's basically what we were doing. They were, like, 14. I was, like, 15. That was the first time that we were doing this kind of thing. As just a brief aside, look at how terribly filthy this is. They got it on the ceiling. What did you put on the ceiling? Well done. Anyway.
I didn't do anything to that.
random. The monsters were random. They just turned to a random page and were like, this is what you're fighting now. And I died a lot. And I just made my bard, Prometheus Goldweave, the first character I ever made, the character that I continue to use in any system that I ever do and adapt to any set of lore ever. I played as a bard because it was... They could do everything. They could fight in melee, they could fight in range. They weren't the best at anything, but when you're the only person in your party, you have to be able to do everything.
Yep.
I remember being praised for looting the body. And not just immediately, like, leaving and going over and, like, getting the next thing. So, like, that's why I'm probably so dedicated about finding the loot in the games I play. So, after that, I bought a couple of books.
Mark on your psyche.
So after that, I bought a couple of books. And then a week later, 3.5 edition came out. So all my books I bought were redundant. So my parents weren't too happy about that. I spent all my allowance on things that became redundant in a week. That's how they felt about my video gaming and, like, gaming habits my entire life, to be quite honest. After that, the next game I played was... I think it was Cities of Heroes? No, I think that's an MMO.
City Heroes
It
is an MMO.
It was a superhero
If it's
game. It was a
Mutations
superhero
and
game.
Masterminds,
No.
no.
There were
different
4
one.
stats in this game that all began with S. You were playing as a superhero. It was a non-level based system. You had a chance to level up your stats by, like, using it in the middle of a gameplay session, and when it ended, the DM was like, okay, if you rolled this thing, now you get to roll to see if it goes up. So, non-linear leveling system. Which not every player liked, because, like, that meant that, like, one person's stats went up every single session, and one person's stats never went up ever, no matter how many times it played. But it was one of those systems that had, like, exploding dice. Anytime you rolled a 6, you got to re-roll that die again and add it to your previous roll. So if you did nothing but roll 6s, you could have ridiculous numbers in this game. I think my character was a screamer, and their primary stats was, like, schmoove? No. It was the equivalent of charisma. I forget what it was. It was, like, smarts, strength, speed, and I forget what the 4th one was. Spirit? I think it was Spirit. And so my character, like, in the 3rd combat that I did a basic scream attack. Like, it didn't cost me any resources. I was just allowed to scream at something and try to do damage to it. Guess what? It was Prometheus. Prometheus was a screamer. Yeah, he
Just
That dice exploded about 9 times? So I did somewhere in the neighborhood of, like, 57 damage in a system where, like, 10 usually kills something. And this is also the kind of superhero RPG where, like, you're supposed to have the fact that you're a superhero remain hidden. So, I did extremely well, but I also exploded half of a building. So we needed to run pretty much immediately after. See, like, succeeding in a way that, like, makes you fail. Like, Zaer once pointed out to me, like, when I made a 20 have a bad thing happen in a game, I immediately, like, retconned the decision of that roll. But when the player rolls extremely well, you don't punish them for it, you know? Because that
Yeah.
also left another impression and image on my psyche.
I don't actually remember that happening, is the funny thing.
I remember it happening because I was the one who had to make the decision. I don't remember what it was about, but I remember it happening. I think it was like... It wasn't a stealth check. I think it was like an attack. You were attacking something from stealth, and I think you sent it flying and gave yourself away. I think that was the original judgment. But then you were like, no, that's... like, yeah. So we did that on the fly. It's better now. We had that not happen. That's not what happened. Let's see. The next game I played was, hey, big surprise, 4th edition. I actually found a party to play 4th edition with. I played as an Avenger. An Avenger was a physical, divine, melee striker. I guess like the thing that would be close to would be like an Inquisitor or like a war priest. They wore like very light armor, used two-handed weapons, and they had like a special system of.
Oop.
Yeah. What happened?
My game just suddenly froze up and saying, "Oh, you actually cleaned all that."
Ooh.
Yeah, my game's been doing that too.
Yeah, that's the connectivity. I probably shouldn't be the host and also the streamer.
Yeah, your system's probably a little taxed, huh?
Yeah, it's probably a bit spicy. Let me like feel the hot. Ooh, yeah, that's hot. Metal sheet pads. Not a big fan of 4E, but it has some neat ideas to steal, like minion monsters. Yeah, monsters that only ever take one hit to kill.
People,
Oh, that's a good
like,
idea.
in the DM scene, universally agree that minions as a creature type was brilliant. If you are a DM, find ways to sneakily use that in your game without telling anybody. It doesn't have to be, like, literally 1 HP, but just, like, enemies that have a notably low HP value, mixed in with enemies that don't, can make for a very cinematic fight.
Especially when you use those types of enemies at later levels to give the players a sense of advancement of how far they've come. It's like, oh, that used to be a threat. Bam, now it's not. I love that. But what was cool about the class I was playing was one of its ways I could get bonus damage was to try and walk through the enemies to get to its target, provoke as many attacks of opportunity on the way, get hit, but not take a lot of damage. And then for every hit that you took on the way, you did bonus damage to your target for reaching them. I think it was Vengeance. I think Vengeance was the name of whatever that pack was.
So I'm super lag.
Yes.
I tried to pick up a ladder and I
Yes,
cannot.
as
do
we
anything.
know, ladders are useless in these things. I don't know, like, maybe I have to be the one to move a ladder to make it tangible. Where did the ladder go? Who has the ladder currently?
I don't know. I can't do anything currently.
So you have the ladder on you, but you can't put it down.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes.
Now you're holding the ladder. Are you able to put it
Put
down?
it down, but
You were unable to put it down.
I put it down. It's probably still shows me as having it though.
Yes. Okay, where did you put it down? I had to interact with the ladder. I'm now trying to find the phantom ladder. Where did you put it down?
I thought I put it on that wall. This wall.
Okay. Multiplayer games are fun. That's gonna make getting the lip on the edge of the ceiling really difficult. We could do it creatively. Let's see. After that, you guys invited me to play Pathfinder. I had messed around with it a little bit, but... No, we first did Pathfinder at Magfest. and I played as the dwarven barbarian known as Gruntfart.
Those were the days.
I remember picking a
Although,
particular blend
I
of
feel
rage
the
powers.
need to point out
Sorry.
that at MagFest, we actually first were just playing 3.5.
Was it 3.5 still?
Yeah? We
That's what it
didn't
was.
discover Pathfinder as a group until after that first MagFest.
I see. At that point, I had played a good amount of 3.5, and I was like, you know what, we need a frontliner. And I was an idiot when I played as Gruntfart. Like, someone was playing as the trap-finding rogue. I don't remember who it was. Zaer was playing as a cleric. Rack was playing as... I forget what Rack was playing as. What magic facet was playing as. Jade was playing as a druid gargoyle. I don't think Mills was playing with us at that point.
I
I
don't
remember
believe
this
he was,
druid.
no.
I remember this druid gargoyle though.
Yeah.
I know there was a time where I was playing a monkey goblin incorrectly.
Yeah, you didn't actually participate with the group at all. You just, like, stealthed and stayed on the outskirts of combat and watched. Which is like, are you playing with the group or not, buddy? That's how you thought you wanted to play at the time, though. And you're like, this is what my character would do. And I'm like, okay, that's fine and all, but, like, you're not actually playing. We had a great big talk about it. Yeah, Gruntfart was great. I chose a particular combination of rage powers that made him extremely resistant to spells, in spite of his, like, non-existent save. And Zaer...
And then I made the mistake,
Yeah, here we go.
the terrible mistake, of giving Gruntfart a keen axe.
Yes.
If you're not familiar with Pathfinder, there's a particular way that critical hits are determined and calculated in Pathfinder that's very different from how modern D&D does it. So if you're a 5th edition player, but haven't played older versions of the game, this is going to sound very strange to you.
So an axe, on a crit, does 3 times damage. Instead of just double or, like, maximum and then roll. Normally, you have to roll 20 and then hit again. With a keen weapon, I have to roll 19 or 20. And for some reason, my dice really like to roll 19. So if the axe wasn't keen, I wasn't going to be getting it.
Instantly killed so many things that we weren't even trying to kill.
I tried to knock something unconscious, but I did so much damage that I accidentally killed it by going over its non-lethal health value. Twice. Like, and the party was so frustrated with him at the time. They were like, grunt, fart, womp womp.
I don't believe Womp Womp was a meme back then.
Oh, it was. We
But
just
the
didn't.
vibe's absolutely correct.
I think we even fought a dragon. It made the mistake of landing for 1 turn. It immediately started flying again.
The dragon wanted to take advantage of the fact that it had 6 melee attacks. Gruntfart said, "Oh, that's cool. I have 1." And
How about,
deleted
like-
half its health bar.
Yeah, it had like 200 health or something, and I did like 109 in a single hit.
I was running that dragon. I was the DM that day. That's when during the time that we made the interesting decision of Voltage and I trading off who was the DM for the campaign every session. Every session. There was no story. There was no identity. One day we just fought a green dragon.
It was just random adventures, and it was fun. Sometimes there doesn't need to be an overarching journey. Sometimes you just want to go on adventures with your friends.
That is true. And the campaign did have that going for it. But I decided, we're of level, we're going to fight a juvenile green dragon. And I had to do the thing that every DM hates and loves to do, which is to look at the stat block of the monster they're running and say, I think you need 75 more HP.
Just spur of the moment, like, this fight's not interesting enough if it dies in one more hit.
Yep.
On the fly
If you
difficulty
are a
adjustment.
fledgling DM, never be afraid to fudge the numbers behind the screen. Your job is to tell an interesting story, to make dramatic encounters, to create the kind of situations that your players will be raving about for months and will tell each other and all of their friends about when it is over. A dragon who drops dead in 2 hits is not that story.
Hi, Mills.
There
What's
needs
up?
to be tension, stakes, uncertainty, and Gruntbard
sounded
and his
like-
keen axe nearly made a dragon look like a chump.
To be fair, that wasn't even a particularly bad build. It was just like lots of strength and I rage, and I hit it. Very easy to
you
do.
did what barbarians are meant to do.
If it's a small little
I had-
minion, don't rage. If it's sorry, go ahead.
I have to stop for a bit because like the ears are doing the thing
Oh,
because of
yeah.
the noise.
The rapid water noise does tend to get into people's ears. It worms its way in.
Yeah, so I'm in a corner right now.
Yeah, there should be a clean corner somewhere. Somewhere no
Clean
one should
corner.
scrub.
Hey, the ladder appeared.
It did.
And it works.
Hey! It took minutes. All right, yeah, Jade. If you want the ladder moved, let me move it because, wow, that's awful. You doing okay? You're still moving, so I'll take that as a yes. Let's see. Metal Sheep says, I made your DM ban a feat with a Telluri monkey blade. Telluri are grapplers that can get multiple grapple actions per turn. There's a feat called Throat Slice that lets you coup de grace a pinned or helpless target that you had. You killed an adult red dragon in a single turn, so the DM banned Throat Slicer feat going forward. He just liked to hug things real hard. Throat Slicer does sound like a fun feat. The only time I've played a grappler was actually in a fairly recent attempt at Mummy's Mask. Well, not even the most recent attempt. But I also was using third-party stuff a lot by that point. I had fallen in love with Spheres of Power and Spheres of Might by then. My favorite supplements, which I'll
Yours is
continue to
such a
plug.
good system.
I was playing as a... I don't even remember the name of the class. I think the subclass, though, was called a Vector. So they grapple people with their mind. They use grapple rules telekinetically. I use my intelligence to grapple people. Granted, they were only level 1, so, like, I didn't get to do a lot with it. But I was strong enough to try and pin down, like, a terrible dungeon boss that nobody had any right in actually beating. I think we had to end up defeating it while I grappled it, while somebody else plinked it with cold damage in order to bypass its damage reduction. Not giving away any, like, particular details about the monster it was. It's a real fun monster. Please look forward to it if you ever play Mummy's Mask. High recommend on the first book.
First book is quite good.
If you like dungeon crawls, the first book is for you. There's a little bit of story that develops
I will
from
say,
it. Go ahead.
Voltage also added quite a lot to the Mummy's Mask experience. Hi.
Yeah, I definitely spiced it up a bit. It needed it. It needed a little spice. Telluri are busted for grapplers. They get an ability that lets them negate freedom of movement and incorporeal using ki. They can literally grab ghosts. Actually, that's a feature in the Spheres of Power system. That's just available for anybody. But for me, I was grappling people with my mind, which inherently allows me to grapple ghosts.
Okay. I have to head out because pills have kicked in.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for cleaning
And
as much
also
as you could, Mills.
the ear thing. Yeah.
I appreciate your company.
Thanks for the in-game monies.
Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my ear is ringing now.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, go lay down, buddy.
Yeah,
Hope
anytime
you
I
feel
play,
better.
Power Wash, there's only so much I can do
Yeah, you
until
can do,
just
like-
the ears start.
Yeah, how long of this did we do? We did
Ringing.
about an hour of it. That's about what your threshold is for this game, I've noticed. Which is fine.
An hour and a half, about. No, yeah, about an hour. Yeah, you're right.
I'm looking at my stream time.
I was just looking at the time and just thinking.
Alright.
Okay,
Did you have
bye-bye.
anything you wanted to say before you popped out?
Oh, no.
I miss Mills. He's one of the good ones. He's a fun guy.
Oh my god, Bolts.
What?
Yep, great.
Metal sheet pads. We don't really use third-party stuff, but you have heard good things about Spheres. Well, I mean, I am nothing but, like, crying accolades for Spheres. If you want to continue to play Pathfinder 1st Edition, and you want get more stuff, it is a wonderful balancing factor. Like, it changes this game from going from, like, full attack, system go, which can tend to delete encounters, especially at later levels, really, really quickly, into more of a single attack system that encourages lots and lots of movement around the battlefield in order to, like, not only negate your enemy's abilities to do a full attack, but also to get the most out of your action economy. You want to do
It
something...
also, as a DM, makes enemy design, especially for, like, non-monster enemies, much more interesting. You can build simple encounters out of the Spheres book for your players to fight very, very effectively.
Almost all the abilities scale up with level, almost all the DCs scale up with level. Nothing is, like, you can have an idea that works at first level and have it be effective all the way up to 20th level. The difference is that you have more options when you're at higher level. So if you have a goal, if you have a thematic goal for your character, it is probably achievable with Spheres of Might and Spheres of Power. I have not done a lot with the latest sphere, the Sphere of Guile. Primarily the reason I'm avoiding that, though, is because it adds lots of, like, facing rules, and I don't necessarily want that. Like, that's a two-taste thing. That said, if I ever wanted to play War for the Crown, I'd probably use Spheres of Guile.
Anyone else still have a Phantom Mills here?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
no. I did for a bit, but he's gone. I was looking at him when he popped away.
He's still on my screen.
Interesting.
You would think that the connection would get better when there are less players.
You would think.
I'm wrong, but, you know, I often am. Let's see, as for 5th edition, I tried DMing 5th edition like 3 times. The first time I tried to run a book. I was like, I'm going to run this book, but another player in our group said, no, I'm going to be playing that with a different group. Would you run a different book instead? I'm like, okay. So I picked up Storm King's Thunder. which at
There's
the
a
time
plot
was the
twist
only other
coming.
adventure path that they had made. Apparently, Storm King's Thunder is really bad. The first book, or the first, like, encounter region, was the same encounter copy-pasted 13 times. I, as a GM, got sick of it after about the 5th encounter. We then went on, we did the rest of the encounters, we had them clear out the rest of the town. After we cleared out that town, after we saw the encounters that they had, after we saw all the abilities that they did, after seeing the way that the players were treated and how they were expected to go on with the rest of the book, I took the book and I threw it into the garbage.
This was a PDF, so we didn't literally throw it in the garbage.
But, like,
But
you know,
you get the idea.
the sentiment. The recycle bit, you know.
Yeah.
I said, you know what, let's try to homebrew the thing. So I made something that I lovingly called Treasure Dungeon. Let's see, Metal Sheep says, I've not played any 5e modules, but I've heard that's kind of a running theme where they aren't so well designed as modules in past editions. You don't say. Apparently, like, the favorite module, the one that everybody loves to run, is Abomination Vaults, or Destruction Vaults? I don't know. It's a 1 through 10 dungeon crawl, where there's, like, story elements in the town whenever you leave to rest and recover from the dungeon. So it's more than just your typical dungeon crawl.
I'm not like other girls.
I'm glad that you got that energy from that. Stand on top of this railing fence. I can't reliably use the ladder, so I'm trying this. Oh, Dungeon Crawl reminds you, you've also completed the Emerald Spire. I've not even heard of that one. Which one was that? Was that also Pathfinder? It sounds like something that I should have read about, but I haven't done. It's a Pathfinder Mega Dungeon. Ah. The only Mega Dungeon I ever read about was like the Tomb of Annihilation, the Gygaxian creation of death.
Tomb of Horrors. You're
Tomb of
thinking of
Horrors,
Tomb of
that's it.
Horrors.
That's it. Murder Death Machinist Go! The one that has like loads of dead ends and you're supposed to just like... It's a character grinder. You just make 7 characters before you begin play.
Mm-hmm. One of these days, I'm going to download a PDF of the old Tomb of Horrors. Not the overall book, just the map. And I'm going to use the map as a template for a, like, dungeon crawler of my own design, but, like, with this layout. And just see if anybody notices.
I'll probably notice. Facet might notice. I'm pretty sure he doesn't care that I occasionally use his other online name. It's not like you're using the true name. I think I almost enjoy theory crafting characters more than actually playing. I'm never upset about having to reroll a new PC. There was a time when I just generated like 57 characters. Like, there was an entire summer that I just spent making characters. All on Google Docs.
I remember that.
All on Google Docs. And then the next summer I'm like, how about I have a DPR Olympics between all of them?
That was a fun event.
Let's compare how my characters are going to be held up against each other at level 1, 3, 6, and 11. You know, the thresholds of, like, meeting new spell levels and meeting new, like, breakpoints of base attack bonus and, like, that kind of deal. Like, yes, there are other builds that are theoretically more powerful that are better at, like, very specific other different points. But, like, realistically, after level 11, it's basically rocket tag anyway. So, I just only went up to 11. Is this neon sign missing 1%? No. High-level play pretty much comes down to who wins initiative. Yeah. And that's why improved initiative is seen as the #1 feat. At low levels, you don't feel it as much, but at high levels, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you better need that. But you want to pick it up at low levels because, like, you need to have it, like, at points where you meet the requirements to hit it. And you need your high-level feats to get high-level feats. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Which is also probably why I'm enjoying playing Kingmaker so much. Like, it's just... You get to have fun making builds. And then comparing how your builds look and, like, stand up next to other characters. At the same time, though, I also want to feasibly beat the game, and some people were like, if you're not playing on unfair, are you even really playing the game? I'm like, yes! Yes, I'm playing the game!
We really need to reach a point where we're not shaming people for their difficulty choices. Because, like, that's not helpful to anybody, you know?
It's gatekeeping. Clear and simple. Yeah, they didn't get their gun. Games don't need to be that hard. They need to be fun. Yeah. And some people, I get it. Some people enjoy the challenge of the unfair difficulty. Of like, oh boy, I lost this fight 57 times, but when I beat it the 58th time, I'll be able to say that I beat it on the 58th time. I'm just like, yeah, I'm making a YouTube series.
Gotta get this shit done in a reasonable amount of time.
Like, it's okay for a fight to be hard, so I'm not gonna put it on story mode, but like... Yeah. There's a microwave? Okay, there it is. Wow, this is an old school microwave. Tifa's bar sure has, like... It has some retro stuff and some new stuff, and I like that. They made decisions with the Midgar slums in 7 Remake. Actually, I think I had this model of microwave once. It's one that you pull out from the top. Oh my.
Ah!
You alright there?
Yeah, you knocked me off my perch.
I did nothing. I was on the other side of the room looking at a microwave.
Well, now I can't get back up.
Let's see. Syndicate Master says, as someone whose first Pathfinder game is the Wrath of the Righteous PC port, I'm having enough trouble on the normal difficulty. I can't imagine unfair difficulty. Yeah, you see, like, it's fine. The game's... I should add. On normal difficulty, enemies are doing 80% of their normal damage. However, the stats of the enemies are extremely souped up compared to what they are in the book, because, like I said, the adventure paths are designed for 4 players using 15-point buy of core races only. So the CRPGs basically give all the enemies double stats. Like, just by default. And that's without the unfair advantage of giving it what is essentially the advanced template twice, which gives it +8 to all stats. Not to mention double damage, not to mention, like extra crits. It's like, the enemies don't need that. They already outnumber you 20 to 1. Maybe more. Per rest. Metal Sheep adds, I remember being baffled when Fire Emblem made the permadeath a difficulty mode. Then I remember how many times I just turned off and restart the game and just played it on the modern mode. Yeah, fair. In regards to Fire Emblem, I did not play the most recent one where you play as the toothpaste-haired fellow. I did not play that one. But I did play Three Houses, and I contemplated streaming it once or twice. It just, you know, games keep on coming out. Games keep on coming out. And that game also has kind of a loosey-goosey system. And I'm still ultimately very mad that, like, if you're allowed to make any class, or any character any class, why are some classes still restricted by gender? Why can't I have a male Dark Pegasus rider? We have precedent now of males riding Pegasus from the Birthright game that apparently not very many people liked. Like it either. Let guys fly around and shoot magic too. Let girls be weapon masters. That's my opinion.
Down with sexism.
But Bolt, you have a varied army. Why don't you just have them, like, on both sides? Because, like, I don't know, I want my main character to be that, but I don't want to play as a lady. I don't know.
Also, maybe somebody's playing on permadeath mode, and they lost through some absurd coincidence everyone who could be a certain class. Needs must, they gotta compensate if they need that class in their lineup.
Especially if they're playing on, like, Iron Man mode, where they're only going on one save file and they can't, like... Wall beams. And they can't wall beams, yes. Woo! Alright, we finished another job. This is Barrett's Gatling gun. I like Gatling guns. And this is Cloud's Buster Sword. With the 2 materia slots. I'm guessing those are materia slots. Everybody loves this sword. I'm kinda about it. Looks like a polygon to me. Probably because it was once. Anyway, let's take a look at this job. Woo! There's 4 of us! And then there wasn't. Ladders for a brief moment in time. I love that. I love the fast forward shot.
The fast forward is really good.
Let's see. I hadn't played Birthright. I didn't know there was a male Pegasus Knight. Today I learned. I like the Advent Children Buster Sword from the movie. Ah, yeah, the one that, like, splits and becomes, like, the multi-sword.
Yeah, that one has its own name, and I'm blanking on it. But it's very cool. A very good animation. Excellent, like, high fantasy design.
I really like the extra scene they did at the end where they brought all the party members together just to fight yet another iteration of Bahamut. Let's see, what was the map after that? Oh, yes! The Mako Energy exhibit. You want to clean it, Midgar? You want to clean, like, all of Midgar? No, how about a tiny little bottle? Now you have the experience of cleaning Midgar for... Sort of. I'm not sure they ever really explained what happened here. Bio-residue. Soot. Mako residue. I'm guessing an experiment happened all over this.
I mean, it's Shinra. They did some kind of stuff with Mako, and there was probably a person inside, and probably like 6 people died, and they just pretended they didn't.
Yeah.
It'd be on brand.
Okay, Jay's loaded in. I think.
Yeah.
Zaer has loaded in. We can now begin cleaning. When this is done, it's gonna look like it came from a Star Wars episode. No, I'm gonna get right onto the middle. Let's clean Shinra headquarters. It's like we're shooting the top of the Shinra headquarters right now. Clearly not an assassination attempt. Clearly we're not like a manifestation of some weird humanoid leviathan flooding all of Shinra headquarters right now. But it would be fun, though. With the size that we are relative to the building, you could even say that we are titans. I'm having fun. As all my friends get silent, focusing intently on cleaning.
I could really use a pressure washer at work.
Yeah. How much is a pressure? You know what? I don't know. I don't know how much a pressure washer is these days. I don't think I want to know. It's probably going to be in like the thousands digits.
Honestly, it's probably better not to know.
Actually, yeah, they looked up the tape machine today at work. We have a new employee. Hi, new employee. If you're watching this video in the future, you know who you are. Some of my coworkers look at my videos. They like the sound of my voice, apparently. Yeah, they looked up just the cost of a tape machine, and I think it was also 4 digits. You know, for a simple tape dispensing machine. I don't know, you need it. But that's the cost of being a small business owner, I guess. I don't think they are all that expensive. Maybe. Maybe. But the cost of everything is wild these days. Everything always
I
costs
got
like...
kicked.
You got kicked?
Yeah. Connection lost.
Less than 200, though you get what you pay for. Yeah, that tracks. Pressure washer that's good for cleaning one site, and then it probably breaks. Are you able to reconnect, or does it just not let you?
I can try.
I heard a
think it's
sound.
going to cause problems.
Who knows? How you doing, Jade?
A little bit tired and cold.
You know what, yeah.
Relatable.
Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun just talking with you guys. Like, this game is a wonderful background for just talking about some random topic. This game has no music. The sounds of the game is literally white noise with the occasional ding. The dings are very satisfying. That's what we're all hunting for at the end of the day. Like, yeah, I'm cleaning Final Fantasy VII. I'm not talking about Final Fantasy VII. I'm talking about, like... I'm talking about D&D stuff. Because it's fun and relatable, I guess. Which...
I'm not going to talk too much about my job.
Yeah.
The floors where I work are pretty bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
Boss keeps saying he's going to bring in like a power scrubber quote, next week. And he's been saying that for several weeks.
Hi, welcome back.
Thanks.
I mean, I'm gonna cut your boss a little bit of slack. I mean, it has been the month of the seasons.
Yeah,
There's a lot
and
going on.
there's a lot of reasons to cut my boss some slack. This is not a personal judgment on him in any way.
Yeah. Hello,
But at
Zeus
the
boss,
same
if you're watching
time,
the video.
floors are so bad.
There
you
is no
know-
identifying moniker, so we would have no idea. Yeah. I remember one of my previous jobs. I had a very ironic job of making shelves and then putting them on shelves. I worked there for 1 day. Worked there for 1 day. Don't even remember the name of the location. But it was just like working in a factory making shelves to put on shelves. Wow, we're getting all the things now. This is good stuff. That, like, I think they might have just had some flood damage before. It looked like a floor that's in this game. I did not want to walk there. I had to. Meanwhile, the other employees just treated like it was perfectly normal, which tells me that it just probably looked like that most of the time. Which is a little bit distressing.
Yeah.
No sheep ads, like I mentioned earlier, you work in the foundry. There isn't a single clean surface in the plant. Everything is covered in black sand, including us. Ugh. That's very unfortunate for you.
Listen, you work in a foundry. I work in a cafe.
Likewise, I work in food production as well, so it has to be clean.
It's a little bit different when you work with food.
Especially when the FDA comes to the door and like a white glove and starts rubbing their fingers on surfaces to see if you're cleaning it well enough. That's fun. I mean, we pass inspection. So I guess we're clean and good enough. I also mentioned that the FDA is a little bit harder on small businesses than they are on the big companies that are able to bribe them and pay them off. Did I say that out loud? I'm never going to get a sponsorship deal in my life. I can say what I want. Hobby streamer.
Capitalism is a broken system that favors the few and the evil over the many and the good.
Yeah.
There, I said the most radical thing I'm capable of because I'm a good person.
Yeah. I do like having things, though. Let's see. Yeah, we don't have to worry about FDA, just OSHA. Hmm.
I've heard some people say OSHA are, like, unpleasant to interact with. Is that true?
Try to remember what OSHA even stands for.
They're
They're
concerned with safety.
for your
Workplace
supervisors
safety.
to handle, not you. Fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely true. In theory, OSHA is there to protect your safety.
I
In
think-
theory.
I think OSHA's been to my place once? Wait, no. They have not been there since I started working there. However, they have been there in the past, and they did ask the female employees if they were being treated properly. To which they all responded yes. I guess there was a big problem that year. Feels like the plate just dropped. Oh yeah, I should probably mention that there is a sort of like canon timeline for these Midgar maps. And while we're doing this, theoretically a run of Final Fantasy VII is being gone through. And that is the sound of the first Shinra power plant exploding in the background. So this is now an inaccurate model of Midgar. Yeah, that's a lot of explosions.
Don't you love doing work that matters?
Uh-huh. I love my job. I think those explosions are just gonna keep on happening until we get like another threshold.
Oh, I would assume they were just laggy on my end.
Oh, am I gonna keep on hearing them until you guys stop hearing them? Oh, that's fun. Oh good, background noise of the city being blown up. That's fun. Like imagine you're just doing a job like this and you start hearing that outside. Are you just gonna keep on working? Are you gonna go to a window and like look outside? Like what's your reaction to hearing that?
I looked for a window. Then I saw that there are no exterior windows in this room, which means at least we should be relatively safe, so I went back to work.
I'd probably pull out my phone and check like a news site.
We can't get our phones, we're in waterproof suits!
Ah, that's true. Ah.
If I have a Bluetooth in them, I'm going to be like, hey, smartphone app,
Good dodge there.
what the hell is going on?
Got one side to the city plate. There we go. I had to remember to get both sides of the city plate buildings. That Star Trench looking city. Old lifeless steel. Actually, is it confirmed? You know what? I don't think it's ever said what kind of fantasy metal Midgar is even made out of. It's assumed steel. But, like, who knows? It could be, like, plastic.
There's parts where you see it rusting, so I think it's steel.
Hmm. Could be mithril. 'Cause I think mithril can eventually rust. Usually it doesn't because, like, oh, it's super ultra, like, fantasy metal. Imagine building an entire city out of adamantine. Nothing's breaking into that. Absolutely not Midgar. 1000%. It's like you wouldn't be having this problem with your power plants being blown up if they were made out of adamantine.
It's like you're the like repair contractor looking at the schematics being like, oh well, there's your problem right there. Parts like this, you gotta make it out of adamantine, you know.
Yeah, I gotta tidy that up there.
Keep that structurally sturdy for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure, you know.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, you tell him, Bob. It's just like Marge says. Just like she says.
Always gotta trust that Marge. He's real big, you know. Big on being right.
Marge says you ought to make your city out of adamantine. She knows what she's talking about.
Yeah. You're right on top of a
I ain't never seen Marge be wrong about cities before.
No, Marge's always right. Uh-huh. And now you got some, big metal plates falling out of the sky there. Yeah, that
There's
ain't
your
safe.
problem right there.
There's your OSHA violation.
Anyway, that'll be $1 million billion. Thank you.
Yeah, you
I
know,
suppose you could leave it broken, but you're gonna have to deal with the government.
well, I mean,
You
I
got a
guess you are
permit
the
for that?
yeah, I guess you are the government, so, that's your own violation.
Guess you'll have to find yourself. What you'll have to do. Not a great situation to be in. Probably just cheaper to repair it, you know.
You'll never get out of that national debt there. Hell. We
This
are.
is the most worst thing we've done on stream yet.
Oh yeah, the worst bit. Nobody clip that. Nobody. Do not.
Bolt, when are you going to learn that saying it to people, nobody clip that, guarantees that someone will? There is no surer way.
Metal Sheep ads. I don't know what just happened, but it had me rolling. What that was Midwestern is it Midwestern? Yeah, Midwestern accent repair guys. Because I had my 5th edition D&D character, I had to learn how to properly execute a Midwestern accent. And my accent goes everywhere. It travels up into Canada sometimes, it travels east to Boston sometimes, and then it heads back over to the west to the Midwest. So my accent
Sometimes you become a straight youper, you know?
my accent is somewhere on a Great Lake. Pipeline. Pipeline. Okay. Oh, you got him. Good job. Pipeline. Piping. Piping. I see. I actually don't see. I'll just spray everywhere and hope I get it. Actually, it doesn't flash unless we're not shooting it.
Yeah, it doesn't flash when you're shooting.
Oh, it's here. It's right up in the grundle. Of course it is. It's always the grundle. Woo. And one more explosion for good measure. We cleaned this city. Woo! Thanks, Middle Sheep, for that. We did it, Horns. Alright, let's get that footage rolling. It was gunky. It was a dark place. We brought it back to life, and now it just looks like a section of the Death Star just kind of crash landed somewhere. That's Midgar.
Unfortunately, this is the part of the night where I have to be done.
Alright, I'll go and take a look at the Airbuster just to have a cohesive episode.
Yeah. Feel free to go on without me.
No, we're not. I think we're at about the time that we usually. No, we usually go for another half hour. We usually go for another half hour. How are you feeling, Jade? You want clearing the buster, or is it just too laggy?
I mean,
Oh, it's not too big.
No, this is deceptive. Here, I'll show you. Here's the problems there, right here. And I think this one too. Yeah, this is. It's just like the Scorpion tank. There's intricate, detailed parts everywhere. This is gonna take forever.
I see.
Not to mention, oh boy, a vent. I hate. Yeah, you know, the Airbuster, this boss from Final Fantasy VII. Real iconic super mech that, like, has a... I don't know, they decided that the bottom of it should just be... It should land on, like, rubber. I don't know. They made decisions here. So if you need to drop, Zaer, by all means. I don't want to, like, make your sleep schedule worse than it is. Oh yeah, it's also Thanksgiving week, isn't it? Dating the video. Whatever, don't care. Live experience. That's what I'm here for. So do you have additional preparations that you need to do for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, some, but it'll happen at my folks' house. So I'll be
Alright.
doing my cooking for Thanksgiving there. So that's nice.
Yeah. I have something going on with a part of the family that I only get to see, like, maybe 3 times a year tops. Not gonna be doing anything with the other side of the family, though, this year. Probably. They haven't contacted me about it. To be fair, I also haven't contacted them about it. So maybe that's on me. It probably is on me. Whatever. I'm so disconnected from my family. This is one thing I'm like, maybe I should have a Facebook. Facebook keeps you in touch with your family. That's what it's there for, right?
No.
No? Okay. I have no social medias, and I have no interest in getting any of them, but I get to, like, a part of the year like this, and I'm like, I wonder what my family's up to. Maybe I should send them a text. No, I don't want to intrude on their daily life. What a mess. What a mess. Oh, you're sticking around for cleaning up the last one then, is there?
It's going quickly.
Okay. I feel like just like the Scorpion mech, this is gonna take a lot longer than it looks like it should.
It's at least smaller.
And easier to ascend.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at these, like, interlocking, like, jingly hands, it kind of makes me think of, like, Dio from Mega Man 8. You know, the super robot from space. Am I the only one who played Mega Man 8? I don't know. I like these hands. These are good hands. Good mechanical hands.
They are very good mechanical hands.
Intricate. Mega Man 8 is the oddball of the series. A little bit. 7 was also a little bit of an oddball, because, like, beautiful Super Nintendo sprite work, but still not the 8-bit stuff that everybody was used to. Syndicate Master remembers Mega Man 8, particularly its kickball weapon. Oh yeah, the Mega Ball! Everybody loved the Mega Ball. It made Mega Man pink. It was useful as, like, you could jump on the ball, you could kick the ball, you could get higher with the ball, you could get the ball to go at weird shot angles to get the boss's particular weak points. It was really good at most mid-bosses. It wasn't the best weapon in the game, but I'm glad they gave you a special weapon at the beginning of the game to make all those weapon power-ups not useless. That said, I don't know, I like charge shots. I'm not a buster-only kind of player. I'm not, like, that's just not me. If you give me a weapon, I'm gonna use it. But I'm also conscious and conservative with ammunition. So 99% of the time, charge shot, and then you give me to a special situation, and I use the weapon. I love the weapons. 9 was real creative with the weapons. 10 was, I think it was also creative with the weapons. I think 11 was the one that was 3D and had the gear shift system. Yeah, that's been out for a while now. Eight gave you jump, jump, slide, slide PTSD. Actually, yes. For my birthday, as a wonderful gift, Magic Facet gave me the Mega Man Anniversary Collection. Both of them. So I have, I think 1 through 8. Maybe 1 through 9. And I could theoretically, like, make videos of and stream them if I wanted to. However, on my personal playthrough of the game, I got stuck on Mega Man 8 because I could not beat Jump Jump Slide Slide 2 again. Like, I got stuck there for several hours. I'm like, I'm gonna put this down, come back to it later. And I never came back to it later. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, that's really sad, actually. I should probably get back on that during this, this Thanksgiving weekend. Well, guys, hey, I'm just not very good at that rocket board. I don't think anybody's... No, there has to be, like, some speedrunner out there who has mastered the rocket board. No, a speedrunner would find a way to skip the level entirely.
Yeah, that sounds more right.
I love shooting the water from point-blank range with this much power and hearing it, like, slosh. The widely intro stage with the jet board is pretty tough. Yeah, that's where I'm stuck. Not the biggest fan. I've even tried to use Astro Crush to dodge a particular section of it, and, I'm just not doing it right. Also, you remember 8 for its comedically bad voice acting. Yeah. Which, like, I think that's a blame of Capcom USA, because it was up to them to get a proper voice actor for it, but, like, Mega Man never really sells well in the States. Or historically never sold well, so I guess they just probably didn't care that much. But that historically awful bad voice acting has also made it, like, memorable and good. It was so bad it was good. Okay, yeah, I see that Grundle. Yeah, I'll get that other Grundle too. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay. We'll go after Dr. Mega Man. We'll go after Dr. I love that. Oh. Then again, like, Capcom USA, for a long time, just didn't have very good voice acting, scouting in general. Like, I think the first Resident Evil also had comedically bad voice acting in a good way. Like, stop! Don't open that door! Oh, that was too close. You are almost a Jill sandwich. I love it. I love it! I'm really bad at Resident Evil, but I bring that up because, like, Spook was playing that today. I wonder if they're still playing it now, actually. That's just what Spook does every Tuesday.
Or, go to hell. Jill will join you too.
I'm glad you can remember the lines better than I can. Wonder what voice acting is worse, Mega Man 8 or X4? Is X4 the one that has the, what am I fighting for? Yes. Yeah, I agree. 8 is still worse. 0 tried to have some emotion. Dr. Light just completely misread his lines and they couldn't afford to do a second take. What am I missing? A lot. Wait, cannon door? What? Okay. Still says some grunge on it. Let's open it back. Oh, it's here. Okay. Cannon door? Cannon door. Actually like X4. I'm trying to remember. Was X4 the one that was right before the split? No, X5 was the one that was supposed to split and then become Mega Man Zero. Yeah, the X game that I really didn't particularly enjoy was 6. Most X games after 5 just have like a noticeable drop in, I don't know, it's missing something after that point. That said, I also didn't have a PlayStation 2, so I was unable to play a lot of the ones that were after. But from what I saw of them, they did not look that appealing to me. Yeah, series was supposed to end after 5. Yeah. But they were forced to make more, and when you force a creator to make something more, then it just ends up being kinda... Then again, there was the opposite of that problem with Dragon Ball, if I remember correctly. I know, going from a game to a video, like a beloved franchise series of anime. I feel like they have similar energy, though. Like, they made a live-action Dragon Ball movie, and it was so bad that it made the Dragon Ball creator come out of a retirement and make 10 more years worth of content. Nevertheless, I still really like the live-action thing existing, simply for the fact of the way that his spiky hair slid on the top of a yellow vehicle, made like a... Oh, that noise. I will never forget that wiping noise. And then when he comes back out, like, after sliding on top of that vehicle with his spiky hair, still having spiky hair somehow when he comes out the top. You know, because video editing magic. Or lack of attention to detail, whichever you prefer. Why not both? Fiction's fun. The creation of good fiction is not necessarily always fun. But the fact that people continue to enjoy it is great. It's either in spite of or because of the fact that it's bad. Like, I'm thinking of most fan-on dating sim games, and their, like, quality is intentionally really poor. Again, these are things I don't necessarily indulge in myself, but get secondhand experience through listening to others play them. Come on, let's clean this up. What's missing? We still have 0% on the cannon doors. What? Cannon doors? What cannon doors? This! Okay, I opened it too early. Alright, now we have a bunch of things that are at like 99%. We will get this done. We're so close. Yeah, I guess you're on that one. Thumb beam muzzler. The words. Waist lower ring. I guess the door has to be shut in order for me to reach it. Okay. Shoulder guard. That's it. Ah! What the? Scaffolding! Okay. Okay. Oh, I see it.
I did not mean to pick that up.
You're trying to open up a door or something?
Mm-hmm.
You will be cleaned. And then you're just hearing the boss music as you get to the last 1%. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Seven had great music. I was half expecting them to make a crossover event in the MMOs, but no, the MMOs did a crossover event with the other MMOs. Okay. Maybe they're just saving it for, like, the last bit. Base side panel. The sucker? Alright, well, give another spritz. Know what I'm missing on you. Oh, I think I... There we go. Wrist hinge. Go. Tank buster vent. Last thing. Tank. Vent? Oh, that thing? That's still his chest.
It's this thing I'm shooting at.
That thing. Okay. Top of it too. It. Come on. Onto the head. Okay. We're gonna shoot this vent from every angle until it's done. It will be made wet. There we go. Don't know which one of us got it, but like... Yeah, we busted this air buster. It is now the water buster. We got it with our water buster. Busted makes me feel good. Here we go. And as we all scour and like collect at the underneath the arm for the end. I love it. I love it. Good job. We cleaned Final Fantasy 7, or as much as we had in this thing. Maybe if they make more Final Fantasy 7 games, which it seems like is going to be a continued trend, they can continue to add more to this game. So yeah, that is a taste of Power Wash Simulator. Some of the special maps. If I were to do this as a weekly thing, I would probably go through the game on like a different character. Like just to go through the story.
Yeah, see the story.
But in terms of special maps, like, if you really like just cleaning things, they do add paid DLC for the continued support of this game, including Warhammer. That sure was a segment that we did. And several other franchises which are of interest to people. And more continue to come out every quarter, it seems like. So yeah, that's Power Wash. No music, so I probably want to have background music if I ever do this. But then again, I feel like we filled a lot of... Like, I don't feel like there was a lot of silence in this video. I think we had a good amount of conversations.
We did a good job of talking.
Yeah, I like washing stuff with you guys. You guys are great. Alright. Let's see. In regards to Final Fantasy Friday this week, I do intend to go through with it. I know people are like, hey, Bolt, maybe you want to take, like, some time off for, like, holidays and stuff. I'm good. I'm good. I only have one Thanksgiving to go to this year, as far as I'm aware. And my Friday will be open. If your Friday isn't open and you need a little break from your own thing, feel free to tune in. I'll be doing whatever. Let's see. I will probably have to cancel... No, the other thing is supposed to be on a Saturday. I'll have to talk to the D&D group about that once a day is set. Is there anybody else who is live right now? Spoop is still going. I could raid Spoop. You know what? We're gonna raid Spoop.
Excellent. Excellent.
Jade even redeemed it to redeem. We're going, guiding the raid. Here we go.
All right. Thank you for everybody for coming. Get excited for the raid. Go bother Spoop. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Remember to be kind. And, as always, remember...
The only thing that's coming to my head I don't want to say.
Discretion is the better part of valor. Good night, everyone!
Good night!